you guys definitely seemed like you were out ahead of the curve in terms of aerodynamics. But something that seems to have really been a priority for World Tour teams and looked like it was a priority for you for the aero record was heat dissipation. Do you think the next evolution in materials is my sort of where I'm coming from with this question is it seems like gains in aerodynamics are going to get harder and harder to get because we've got the Pareto 80% of gains early in aerodynamics and they're getting harder and harder to find these. Are we going to find these next gains in heat dissipation?
Probably the trade-off between the two is the key bit, because at the moment, most of the fabrics that are really good at heat dissipation are actually terrible aerodynamically and vice versa.
Yeah.
The fastest suits are really uncomfortable to wear, especially for long durations and vice versa. So,
and same probably applies to helmets?
Yeah, same with helmets. I think predominantly, actually, I'd say the suits are more important. I think helmets are a mental thing. So they feel hot and you honestly, you do respond to what you feel, not to what actually happens. But once you kind of accept it's probably more of not placebo, but it is a mental game of the heat in your helmet. The actual cooling side is not that critical around your head. Most of the cooling is the big body mass that you've got. That's where all the energy is getting created. And hence why I like the hour record with hoofing down kilos of ice, because it's really...
Yeah, I couldn't believe how much slushy you drank.
I mean, Gannis was unreal. I think he was 2.2 kilos for his hour record of ice. She's just like, it's a lot of ice.
Who would have thought brain freeze was a problem for the hour record?
It literally was. Licking the roof of your mouth, and even that doesn't typically help a huge amount. But from a performance perspective, absolutely game-changing. So I think, to come back to your point, cooling is going to be a massive component of performance, because at the end of the day, like climate change, we can probably all accept as a thing nowadays. And everything's getting hotter, especially that really important race in the middle of July in France. It's absolutely cooking year on year, and it's only going one direction. So the more we think about it, the more I think the performance is going to improve in those extreme conditions. And it's the training as well. Like, how do you adapt to that heat day to day? Like, it's something that you've got to be able to tolerate and not just be able to do once off. You've got to do it for 20 whatever consecutive days back to back. And it can really can do a lot of damage, heat stress. So you've got to think a lot about it. It's the preparation, it's the execution of the race, and it's the how you deal with that afterwards as well, and getting your body back to a sensible temperature, and so you can go and sleep, really, because if you're cooking hot, it's going to wreck your recovery at the same time.
If you enjoyed this conversation, please click up here. There's another video I know that you're absolutely going to love, and click over here and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our amazing upcoming guests.